Hi there, Michelle here, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video is another Monday vlog. I was kind of hoping more things happened to me last week, but they did not. I was just laser focused on getting that blanket done. And I got it done, and I absolutely love it, and y'all loved it too. That video is doing so well right now. So thank you all for watching that. In today's video, we are going to be going over what I did last week, the blanket, what projects and videos I'm going to be working on this week, and another estate sale haul because I went to 2 estate sales this week and I found some good things that I really want to show y'all. If you are new to my channel and you like crocheting, knitting, yarn, thrifting, the 80s, this vibe, then why not hit the subscribe button? If you subscribe, then you will be up to date with all of my latest projects and videos. I got a lot of stuff around me right now, so let's go over what I did last week. This is the blanket. Look at how good this looks. It looks so cute. I absolutely love this. I think it took me 20 hours to make, which isn't too bad. Usually a project, like a bigger project, like a sweater or a cardigan, takes me sometimes up to 40 hours to do. This one being done in 20 was really nice. I think it's the perfect size. I don't think I wanted it to be any bigger than it was because I already have some big crochet blankets, such as this one here. Now, I did mention it in the video that I made this, but I did get some comments in the video. I did not make this. I got it at an estate sale. Now, I also did get a comment saying that I don't make a lot of blankets, and then I proceeded to talk about all the blankets I made. I have been crocheting for 18 years, on and off, and I've only ever made 4 blankets in that entire time of my crocheting life. Only 4 blankets. Well, 5 now. This will be the 5th blanket, and I think I want to make 1 more, and then I'm good. I don't need to make a bunch of blankets, like I'm okay. Although I would like to make blankets with that all-in-one granny square yarn. That'd be kind of neat, and then I could use it all up. Other than that, I rarely make blankets. The last time I made one, like last September-ish, somewhere around that time, maybe a little bit after. I don't know, that Bernat blanket, I made it a while ago. But anyways, I've only ever made, including this one now, 5 blankets ever. I love the scallop edge this has, and I love the layout that I did. So if you did not watch the video, you can watch it here if you like to. What I did is when I was putting all the squares in, I was doing them in a diagonal. So then that way, no 2 of the same type of square was touching, and I was alternating between cool tone and warm tone. So I started up here, and so as you can see, I did a yellow, a purple, a pink, a blue, another yellow, and then like a purple. Diagonal all the way down. And then that way it kind of spaced them out nicely so it looks more like random and unintentional, but I did it intentionally. That is the blanket. I think it turned out really good, and I did weave in the ends, so don't worry about that. I think that if I were to have made this a vest, because originally I was going to make this a vest, and then I realized that the yarn was just a little too thick and that I didn't want to make it into a vest. So I made it into a blanket, and I'm much happier with this as a blanket. However, I would love to make this as a vest one day with thinner yarn. It's just, this was a stash busting project, so I really only wanted to use yarn that I already had, and if I wanted to make this with a lighter yarn, I would have had to buy more colors because I have way more worsted weight than I have DK weight. And if I were to make it smaller, I would love to use the DK weight yarn. I really enjoyed making this a blanket because I didn't have to try it on one time. I did not have to worry about, is it going to fit? How is it going to look? Am I going to feel comfortable in it? Because it's a blanket. I didn't have to do any of that. I don't know, maybe I got to make more blankets. And then I won't have to do as many try-ons, so that would be nice. This week, I'm actually going to be doing a project for somebody else, so I will not be able to film the ending this week because I have to ship it to them. And what I'm hoping is that they will film their reaction, and then I can get that reaction and I can add it into the video. And because I have to ship it, who knows how long that's going to take. Maybe a week, maybe 2, maybe 3, I don't know. I can say a little bit about this project. So I will actually be crocheting a tapestry tote bag with a dog's face on it. I know, I'm a cat person, so that's throwing me off. I am excited for this. I have never done a real photo to tapestry before. Normally I'll draw out my pattern and then I'll make the pattern. I don't think I've ever used a real photo of anything. Like the only thing that I can think of is like the fire goose, which obviously is not real, but I think I used like a real goose and then I kind of drew out that goose and then I made it into like the grid format. So this is gonna be really interesting. Hopefully it works out. I can show you the yarn that I'm gonna use though, the Hayfield Bonus DK yarn. Y'all know that I love using this yarn for tapestries. Now I just filmed the intro to this, so I did mention in this bag, so it's literally right here. I did make this sardine bag with the hayfield yarn and then some like sparkly yarn, which I love it. The detail that I could get in here is just amazing, and I absolutely love how this turned out. And then a few months ago, I did make my Heated Rivalry tote bag, which again, absolutely love this tote bag. And I used the hayfield yarn for that as well. And I just think it turned out perfect. Tapestry, tote bags, I'm going to be using this yarn because you can get so much more detail and the bag isn't going to be a giant bag, which again, pillow incident. It was supposed to be a tote bag and it ended up being a pillow because of how big it was, because of the yarn size. This is going to be the main color of the bag, and this one is called Olive Green. Now the dog is white with some black spots. So it's one of these yarns. This is a cream colored yarn. This is a white yarn. I think I'm going to go more towards the white yarn. Then of course I have the black yarn, and then around certain parts of this dog's face has a little bit of pink, and I bought this pink here. Now a few vlogs ago I did talk about these yarns, so they probably will look a little bit familiar if you watch my vlogs. This is the project that I bought them for. And then when I was doing the video of me organizing my yarn stash, I ended up giving my hayfield yarn its own bucket, so I know all the colors are there because I love this yarn so much and I don't want it to be accidentally misplaced, so I want it all in one spot. That is the project that I am working on this week. Now don't worry, I will still have a Saturday video. Because I am working on that, I don't have a lot of time to be working on two projects at the exact same time, because this one I need to get out. So that's my main focus. But the video for this week, I thought of a really good idea, and I've wanted to do it for a while, but I was kind of waiting for the right time to do it. Recently, I did get to 75,000 subscribers on YouTube, so thank y'all for following me and watching my videos. It means a lot to me. I love creating things, so if I can create something and share it with y'all, I absolutely love that. And because of my following, I thought it'd be a good time to do another kind of like Q&A video. You know, like you ask me questions and I answer them, especially for newer folks that are following me, and then they can kind of see more about my channel and who I am and like what I've done and everything like that. You know what I mean? But I'm going to do it a little differently than just a traditional Q&A. I'm going to do a show and tell. I thought a show and tell would be so much better because instead of me just sitting here and just talking, I get to show you things. Now, I will be putting up a post on my Instagram asking for your questions. I'm also going to be putting a post in the community tab section of my YouTube channel asking the same question, because I feel like if you ask it here in the comments, I may or may not see it. This is how it's kind of gonna go. If you've seen me use something before, if you see something like in my background that you've always had a question about, like, where did you get that? Where did you buy it? I kind of want to know a little bit more about that. This is the time to do it. We'll do an example right now. So you see this duck here? I get so many questions about him. My sister actually crocheted this for me for my birthday. I asked my sister, hey, can you crochet me a mallard duck? I would love that. I did not think he would be this big or this detailed, and neither did my sister. I absolutely love him. He is just so gosh darn adorable, and I just keep him back here because I love ducks. Something like that, I could show it to you, talk a little bit about it. I think that'd be like a good video. It might be a little bit shorter than my normal videos that I've been putting out lately, or it could be longer. Who knows how many people have questions for me. Instead of asking questions like, what's your favorite TV show? Obviously, it's Stranger Things, but I can't like physically show you Stranger Things. I mean, like I could show you photos of Stranger Things, but I want like tangible things that I can like physically show you and like talk about. You could ask me what was my very first sweater that I ever crocheted. You could also ask anything like, what's that in your background? I remember one time someone asked, can you show me your entire t-shirt collection? That could be a question, and I could show you like maybe my favorite t-shirts. Stuff like that, you know, like a show and tell, something visually interesting rather than me just sitting in one place and talking. That is the video for this upcoming Saturday. I also am hoping to maybe clean my camper a little bit this week. I don't know if that's going to be part of the vlog next week. It could be. I didn't have time last week. I kind of wanted to, but the blanket kind of took a little bit more time. Also, it got really warm out, and I also have not great news for myself. My air conditioning in my car has stopped working again. And if you remember last year, I was so excited that it started working again. I paid for it. I paid $1,000 to get it working again, and now it's a different part. I think they called it the condenser. They said it has deteriorated and it was going to cost me $600 to fix it. $300 for the part, and then like the labor, and then I already had to pay $100 or something for them to actually look at it. So like that was included in that estimate, and I'm just like, we're gonna call it. We're gonna call it. Like I can't keep putting money in this car, because that could be like 2 months car payments depending on what car. So yes, I am still on the hunt for a car. I think I have narrowed it down to either a Honda HR-V or a Honda Civic hatchback, because I know in my one vlog I'm like, let me know your thoughts on these cars. Like I don't want another Honda Civic because that is the current car that I have. But the Honda Civic hatchback, I kind of like how it looks. It looks kind of sporty, kind of reminds me of the old Honda Civics, like way back in the day, even though those were more like boxy and I would have loved to have one, because it's kind of like a car, but I still get a hatchback and I get a windshield wiper in the back. I miss having a windshield wiper in the back. I really do. I would also love to have a car that tells me my tire pressure and how far I can go on a tank of gas. I don't have that. And it's so annoying. I'm kind of leaning towards the Civic hatchback at this moment. I think they look so cool. Even though, yes, again, I want to say my dream car would be 1980s Chevy Blazer. And I know they still make them, but they don't make them like they used to. I also would love to have a 2-door Bronco, like a new 2-door Bronco, but I can't afford that. Still on the hunt for a new car, and I'm just very disappointed that the air conditioning had to go. Didn't even have it for a year. Well, the part that I had to fix is still good. It's just another part. And my fear is what's going to happen next month. Is something else going to happen next month? And then I got to pay another $600 for that. There's my little car saga. Anywho, where was I going with this? Yeah, that's right. I was talking about how warm it was last week and I didn't have time to clean the camper. Hopefully this week I will get that done. I do want to show something new that I bought myself for my computer desk. You've probably have seen me film on my computer desk before, and right now I have a Stranger Things computer mat. The mat you put on your desk that like kind of covers your desk. It's a giant mouse pad. Essentially, that's what it is. So I had the Stranger Things one, but then I saw this TikTok of this one person's shop and she had a sale. So I will put a link in the description if her shop is still open, but she put a sale on a bunch of her stuff and I ended up buying something because here's the thing, I think I would have bought this whether or not it was on sale, but I didn't even know it existed. I ended up buying this desk mat. It is a orange VHS. Of course I had to buy this. I think this looks so cool. I think I would have loved to have it if it looked like a real one, like if it was black. I think that would have been kind of cool too. I think there was like a purple version, a brown version, and a blue version. I picked the orange one just because I liked how the orange one looked. The brown one kind of looked like the orange one. If it was like a darker brown, I probably would have went with that one. I just absolutely love how this looks, and it's really big too. So we will clean my desk today and I will put this on. Now, of course, I love my Stranger Things thing. I think I need to like maybe reserve that for like the fall time because that is my fall comfort show. As soon as September hits, it's Stranger Things time for me, even though technically Stranger Things season 1 didn't start till November the 6th. I like starting my Stranger Things in like September, October. Maybe I will put this up for the summer and then, you know, in the fall time, I'll switch it up. I think that's what I kind of have to do is just switch things up for seasons. We're going to put the new mat on here. So we got to clean off the table. I bought this recently on Amazon. I saw someone on TikTok using it and I'm like, I need it. And it's just a stamp punch. Do I have something I can stamp punch? Here's my to-do list for last week. Put that in. You get a little cutout of a stamp. And then you get like a little stamp. I love vintage stamps. I think they look cool. And I was kind of thinking like I could put like that sticky kind of like glue tape and like put it in my agenda and like make my own stickers that look like stamps. Months ago, I ended up getting this little guy here. It is a desk cleaner. It was just this yellow color. And then I put a bunch of my little fun stickers on it to make it look pretty. So it just turns on. Move that back a little bit. And then my mouse can go back there. Now, for some reason, I thought it would be longer, but I didn't think it'd be as wide. I think it looks pretty good, though. That is what it looks like. I can lift this up so you can kind of see. Looks so cute. I really like this. I think it looks good. I think it kind of brightens up my table because the Stranger Things one was like really dark, so it kind of blended in with like the dark wood on the table. But this one looks really cool. I really like this one. If there was like a rainbow one, that would have been fun too. That would have been like very 80s. I think it looks perfect. Let's do an estate sale haul. I do want to say that the house that I went to today, oh my God, dream house. The basement, wall-to-wall wood paneling. And the chair and the couch that was down there, oh my goodness, my dream set. They were the floral velvet couches. I love them so much. We're gonna go through what I got at yesterday's estate sale. Oh my goodness, so many good clothes there. And she was my size. A lot of times I go to these estate sales and they're like these shorter little old ladies. Their arms aren't as long as mine and they wear like the petite clothes. And I did this, I look like a T-Rex. The petite size of clothing, so the sleeves aren't as long. Here's the thing. I don't remember the last time I was in a thrift store. And I don't remember the last time I was in a thrift store and I bought actual clothing. I don't really buy clothes as much anymore. I think it's because I buy yarn instead. So I don't do as many thrift hauls and stuff like that because I just don't do as much thrifting as I used to because I'm spending all my money on yarn. Also, I love estate sales so much better than thrifting. So instead of going to thrift stores, I go to estate sales. So first off, I got this sweater here, Ski Canada by Limited Edition. It says 90 out of 2000, Linda Ann, but it's like a bunch of beavers skiing. I'm not too sure the lore behind this. It's like that's the label. And then I picked up this here. It is Alia Petite. I think this should be okay. I really like this purple color on me. I think the color looks really good. I think there's a little stain somewhere. It's like right there, but I do have like this really good stain remover. So we'll see if we can get that out. If not, I can always just donate it or something. Then I found this vest from Cotton Ginny. That brand right there. This kind of reminds me of a vest my sister had late 90s, early 2000s, and she got it from Byway, if anybody remembers Byway. And it was gray. And the only reason I remember it is because a friend of ours had the exact same vest. I found this t-shirt here with like a lily on it. I really love this type of t-shirt where it's that off-white, but it's that nice soft material. A raincoat. I bought it mainly because of the branding. It looks vintage-ish. It's kind of like this nice blue color with these pops of like really bright pink on it. And then the last clothing item that I found there was this vest. I'm trying to figure out what's an armhole and what's the opening. I think this would look so good with a mock neck long sleeve underneath it. That is the brand. And it is kind of sparkly. I found this little tin that has a candle in it, but I bought it because I love how there's like this flower on top. So I think I'm going to give my mom this and she can burn it. And then when it's burnt, oh, it actually kind of smells nice. What is this? It's from 2002, by the way. It just says it's a citronella candle, but it smells nice. Like it smells more perfumey. But I bought it because I loved this little flower and I thought I could use this as a little tin for maybe pins or something. Oh, and then I bought a pair of glasses, sunglasses. These. I thought they looked kind of cool. Am I around sunglasses? Usually I have like the 1970 type of sunglasses. These ones are kind of neat. I'm not normally like a round sunglass kind of person, but I thought these were cool. The brand is Aldo. I don't know, I thought they looked neat. So I got those as well. That is my little estate sale haul from Saturday. And then after, I ended up going to the Blue Goose. If y'all remember, I did make them this lovely tapestry, which I think is so cute. And of course, it's a goose. You know how much I love waterfowl birds. Decided to reward myself with a sweet treat. So I did get this carrot cake from them. And like, here's the thing. I know they're more about like farming and like vegetables and fruits and like just, you know, more on that side. And I always go there for a little sweet treat because I love my sweet treats. Also, they're so nice in there and I always love talking to them. But anyways, that was my estate sale finds from Saturday. Now, normally I like to film my Monday vlog videos on Saturday, but yesterday I had to do some grocery shopping with my dad after the estate sale, and then I did want to go look at some cars just to see. Didn't really test anything, just kind of looked. And so I didn't have time yesterday to do it. Also, it was downpouring all day. I really don't like filming in here when it is really raining because it's really loud up there. Even though I have my mic, it doesn't pick it up as much as it used to. Also, it was like really dark outside yesterday. So I'm like, okay, let's just film tomorrow. Now that I filmed today, we get more estate sale finds. A pencil sharpener. And it does require a battery. Can I open this up? Oh, wow. This is old. Look at the batteries. Those are giant. I thought I would open it up and it needed like maybe 2 AA batteries. Nope. This thing requires the big boys. I also love the wood grain on here. Honestly, it kind of feels like real wood paneling. So I just thought it was so neat. So I ended up buying that. And then I ended up getting these guys here. There's a set of 3, so there's 1 inside. I bought a set of 3 brown ones. I did see a set of 3 orange, or a set of 3 orange ones yesterday, but I already have a bunch of orange ones, and I don't have the brown Tupperware, especially like with these lids. When I see these lids, I gotta buy them. You know, eventually when I have a kitchen, my own kitchen, I will use those. This estate sale was a lot of random things. Plastic canvas. I believe I was talking about this in my last vlog. I was talking about these in one of my vlogs, but I did find some plastic canvas, and this is like a good size plastic canvas too. Also found Snoopy knitting patterns. And it says Intarsia at the bottom. So that's fun. No! You guys, there's a Care Bear book. There is a Care Bear knitting pattern book. I need to find this. And it is from Patons. Comes with 4 knitting patterns, and these are the knitting ones. I need to now hunt down the Care Bear one. If you watched my last vlog, I did do an estate sale haul, and at that estate sale, I found 2 original 1983 Care Bear dolls. Kind of want to collect all the Care Bears. In the comment section, someone said, did you know that there is Stranger Things Care Bears? I did not know this. And then I proceeded to buy them. Here are the new Care Bears that I got last week. They are the Stranger Things collab Care Bears. If they were anything else, I probably wouldn't got them. But they are Stranger Things. So obviously, Cheer Bear as 11 and Grumpy Bear as the Demogorgon. I only got these 2. I know that there are more Stranger Things Care Bears, but I just don't necessarily think I need them. Now, if there was a Joyce, a Hopper, or a Steve, absolutely. These are the other bears. There's Lucas, Mike, Dustin, and Will. And of course, that's 11, and that's the Demogorgon Bear. Why did they do that? That's what got Eddie, those things. It's the upside down, right? Their little cloud castle is upside down. If there was a Steve Bear, then obviously I would get the Dustin one. I also like the box that they come in. Like, the box is so nice. I will be taking them out of the box. It's just, as a millennial, I just can't get rid of good boxes, okay? I'm pretty sure I own every single box my Apple products have ever come in. But I can open it up. I'll open it up. I opened it up the other day, but I wanted to leave them in the box for the video. It has a little nosebleed. This bear here, she has the rainbow normally the right side, but because it is the upside down 11 bear, the rainbow is upside down. There's also these little things that I'm just gonna cut those off when I can find some scissors. The bottom of her feet, one is a waffle, and then the other one is an upside down heart. Upside down heart, and upside down heart. And then we have Grumpy Bear as the Demogorgon. Again, upside down cloud. On his foot, he has the little Demogorgon symbol, upside down heart, and then the upside down hearts on his paws. And you can pull the little Demogorgon head down, so his head is still there. Also, where the Demogorgon teeth would go, they're upside down hearts. So I think that's really cute. They are very soft. Personally, I do like the original Care Bears better. I actually do have the OG Grumpy Bear, so let me go get that. There's the difference. So the new one, the old one. I really like the older ones. There's so much more character in them. Has a little cloud with the hearts on it. And their bottom of the feet do have the hearts, where these hearts are a lot smaller. He's so cute though, and he even has like a little bit of hair. That's the 1983 Care Bear, and that is the 2025 Care Bear. Now, I do want to point out that I'm not going to just go and buy a bunch of new Care Bears although I wouldn't mind getting the Canada one because there's a Canadian one. But I would like to collect the old school Care Bears. I don't need all the new ones, but I mean, like, it's Stranger Things. Of course I had to. Anyways, moving on. I bought these baking cups for like cupcakes and muffins and stuff. I keep running out of them. I also got this, which is a deviled egg serving tray. I love deviled eggs. So I have this serving tray here. A lot of the stuff I'm probably going to keep in the camper, like in the kitchen area. That's where I kind of keep this stuff so I don't break it or lose it. And obviously I don't have room for it in my room, so it will stay out here. Then I ended up getting these, mainly because I love the packaging. So this one here is a plant hook set where you put it in your ceiling. So there's like the directions. And then this one here is a plate hanger. Look how cute that is, you know? And you can hang your plates up. Which I do have a plate hanging up. It's that moose one back there. Some elastic. I picked this up. I thought it was neat that the person saved it. It is a chart to tell you what hook size goes with what letter for crochet. Someone took the time to do this and I thought I couldn't let that go in the trash. So I bought it. Googly eyes. Literally most random things. This is a tape measurer. Look how cute like the packaging is though. Ooh, that's nice. Can't go wrong with that. I think I might keep it back here because I'm always looking for a tape measure and I can never find one. This, so they did open it, but they kept it in the packaging, which I think is so neat. So there's a magnifying glass to help you thread your needle, and there's a bunch of needles. I'm always losing needles. Some tacks, can't go wrong with tacks. This is called Fix a Knit, and it is a latch, hook, needle, and repairs snags, picks, and pulls in your project. So again, they kept it in their packaging, even though it is open. If you have a knitted sweater and a thread gets pulled or something, you can fix it with this little guy here. Bought a bouncy ball. I used to love them as a kid. And then I found this, which is a little tiny pool ball that has the number 13 on it, and it was by itself. If there was like all of them, I probably would have bought them, but it's like kind of like, it's hefty. Like it feels like a real pool ball, but like a miniature one. And I thought it was kind of neat. I picked it up. And that is everything from that estate sale. We're going to end this vlog with some project ideas that I really want to do this summer. A project that I really want to work on, but obviously I haven't bought the yarn. I don't have a pattern. I don't have any idea of what I want to do or how to do it yet, but I really want to knit myself a short sleeve top. So if you have any pattern suggestions that you think that I could be capable of doing, please leave them in the comments. I'm kind of looking for something like in the round. I don't really want to do pearls if I don't have to, besides in the ribbing, but if I have to, because it's a really good pattern and it's really easy to follow, then I guess so. I did crochet myself a short sleeve top not that long ago. I would like to see how a knit one would fit. Also really want to do some projects for the camper. I'm kind of thinking of some like retro ideas. I really kind of want to jazz up the kitchen, so I'm thinking maybe I could crochet a tablecloth or something. You know, something fun to go on there. Maybe like some placemats or something. I know I have some good placemats, but I would love to crochet some. Another project that I really want to work on this year is my beaded curtain. I keep wanting to call it a beaded seat cover because technically it is a beaded seat cover that fell apart and I used the beads to make the curtain out of. Last year I had made this and I couldn't find my second seat. So I have had a total of 3 beaded seat covers. One was my grandpa's, one I got thrifted, and the other one I did buy at Canadian Tire, which I am currently using, and it is still holding up. Last year, I could not find the second beaded seat cover to add on to this curtain because I wanted the curtain to be a little bit more dense, and it's a little spaced out. I also used the wrong string. I used yarn, which obviously you should be using. I need to find like some type of like good sturdy string for that, but also the beads are really weird because the outside is nice and smooth, but the inside was very, very rough. So I have to use like a thread and a needle to make the beaded curtain, but I really want to redo the beaded curtain. What I want to do is I want to take down the beaded curtain. I want to take them all off the strings. I want to take the other beaded curtain, take it all off its little strings. It's still technically in a seat cover form, but I need to take all those beads off. I think it took more time dismantling the seat cover than it did actually making the curtain because I love where the curtain is and I love beaded curtains. They look so cool, but I want to like kind of redo it. So that's another project that I really want to do. And the last project that I'm going to talk about right now, I'll go get it because I want to show it to y'all, is this project here. It is a hook and hang butterfly. It is a monarch butterfly. Monarch butterflies are like my all-time favorite butterfly. It's still in its protective casing that it originally came in. I got it at the thrift store for $8. I probably bought this 2-3 years ago and I haven't done anything with it. But it comes with everything in here. It is by FEDEX. That brand right there. I think this might be the year that I do it because I would love to hang it somewhere because again, obviously this is so retro and I think it would fit the vibe of my camper really well. And you know what? If I really like it, maybe I could use my yarn stash and make my own wall hangings. That's not for right now. I need to get familiar with how to do it, but that'd be a really good use of all my yarn, because I need to use that up. But yeah, this is a project that I'm hoping to work on this summer sometime. You know what? This project would probably be great to do if I decide to knit something, because knitting does take a little bit longer. So I could knit for a few days, work on this for a few days, go back to knitting, you know, bounce it back and forth. But yeah, this is something that I've been wanting to make for so long. I think that sums up this vlog. I think it was more of an estate sale haul than it was a crochet and yarn vlog. Did do a lot of estate sailing this week, and I'm very happy with the things that I bought. In the comments below, please let me know what y'all are working on this week. Are you crocheting? Are you knitting? Are you working on some other type of crafting project? Even if you're rebuilding a car, let me know in the comments. I think a lot of people here are more on the yarn side of the crafts, but you know, I'm always interested to seeing what you guys are working on this week. Because you know, like in this video, I was telling you what I was working on this week, but in the comments, that is where you can tell me what you guys are working on this week. I think that does it for this video, so y'all have a good day now.